Welcome to episode number 27 of this Minnesota Twins Custom Franchise Series. And today, I'm still playing my Minnesota Twins Custom Franchise, obviously. It is on MLB The Show 20, but you cannot port any franchises from MLB The Show 20 to MLB The Show 21. So like I said, this is not, this series is not in MLB The Show 20 because, like I said, you can't port any franchises from MLB The Show 20 to MLB The Show 21. I do sound a little different. I'm a little stuffed up, but I'm not sick or anything, no fever or anything. I have a little bit of a runny nose, I'm a little stuffed up, if I sound a little different. And if you hear any noises that's not by the TV, like right now you might hear a little music and my voice. My two dogs are in the same room I'm in, so if you hear like any like moaning or movement, it's them. Which they don't really moan, but if they like made like that, if they like have a loud breath like something like that, or like that. I don't know. If you hear any noises not from me or the TV, it's my dogs because they're laying on a chair like 5 feet away from me, and one's staring right into me or right at me. The other one's I think asleep, and the other one's probably gonna sleep soon enough. Yeah. All-star name in this episode: Boat Controllers. I'll be filming it, obviously, broadcasting it, and playing it. Boat Controllers, AL versus NL. It's 2021, and I started this series in MLB The Show 19. So I'm not sure if in 2019 if the MLB already decided what the 2021 MLB All-Star name would be, but if we follow where it was in real life, or originally where the 2021 MLB All-Star name originally was supposed to be, which is Atlanta, this should be in Atlanta. It should be. Might not be. It might not be. I'm not exactly sure. It depends. If the default stadium, is not Atlanta, I'd probably still put it in Atlanta, although in real life, yes, it was in Colorado, but it would have not been if they didn't take, it was originally in Atlanta. I know there's some like new voter law in Georgia, so they moved it from Atlanta to Colorado or Denver. So yeah, now let's look at the All-Star, or let's look at the standings first. Before we hop into the, I don't want to waste too much time. Each team does get one player in the each team gets one player in the All-Star game at least. Like one player, each team not guaranteed a starter, but they're guaranteed at least one player. We're 12 innings back to the Indians. We just played them in the last series of the first half. I think it was a 4-game series, and we split 2-2. And now, so we're 57 and 40. We're 12 innings back of the Indians, which I know in real life now are the Guardians, but in this game they're still the Indians. Yeah. So we're 12 innings back for first place in the AL Central, 12 games behind the Indians. We are in the top wildcard spot, leading the Astros by 3 games, and then the Rays are a game back, along with the Indians are also a game back, and the Angels are a game and a half back of the center AL wildcard spot. Or the Rays and the Indians are both a game back, and the Angels are a game and a half back of the second AL wildcard spot, which belongs, like I said, to the Houston Astros. And I want to show you this schedule first. This game, yeah, we did split the 4-game series against the Indians at home, it was at home. It was the last series of the first half. We split. We lost the first game 6-3, won the second game 7-4, lost the third game 8-0, and then won the fourth game 9-8. And this game, if you look at the box score, we scored 5 runs in the 9th inning. We were down 8-3, but then came back to win 9-8, and we scored all 5 runs, I believe, with 2 outs too. So the difficulties on rookie. That's why I was able to come back. And that was after, I think, the second out of the inning, the left fielder robbed, I forgot who it was. I think it might have been Audrey Pullman of a home run. And I was mad, but then we ended up scoring 5 runs and won the game all with 2 outs after that robbed home run by the Indian left fielder. And now let's look at the All-Star voting to see for both leagues. I haven't looked at the NL personally for me. I've seen the AL. Corey Kluber will be the starting pitcher for the AL. Sean Manaea said our Babe Ruth is third, so he'll probably be in the bullpen. He has 425,000 votes, 14-4, he's pitched 125 innings, 2.51 ERA, and just a 1.08 WHIP. So, yeah, and if there's multiple like Babe Ruths or Dads or Mr. Casey's or Vinny J's or Star Forcers, when I created all these characters, they get thrown into all these players, like obviously, when I traded Babe Ruth, obviously he's on the Twins, but when I traded him, you put him in the free agent pool, so any other team could pick up another Babe Ruth. So it's like someone else picked up a Babe Ruth. I'm not going to lose our Babe Ruth, but it would be like a duplicate. And then like here, so Mr. Casey, like that's a Mr. Casey's A's. That's no, I can't speak. That's the A's Mr. Casey. Third is our Mr. Casey, so he might be in the name maybe. And like here, Dad, that's the Tigers' dad. And then if you go farther down, that's the Astros' dad. And then that's our dad. So there's at least a dad on the Tigers and the Astros, along with the Twins, and like Vinny J on the Yankees. Our Vinny J's second, so he might be in the game as a backup. Our Luke is going to be the center baseman for the AL. So he's at least our one player in the All-Star game. Maybe we'll have some other ones like Vinny J here as a backup. Lute is the starting center baseman for the AL, though. That won't change. He beat Altuve by 200,000 votes, exactly. Third base, no one's on there. Second place, that's the Indians, Tony, unfortunately. Lindor is first place with 814K. Our Jack Thornton's fourth, but I doubt he's going to be in the game. JD Martinez is starting left fielder, or at least he is, or right now he was first place for left fielders in the AL, but you never know. He could be the DH. You never know, because regardless of where the All-Star game, regardless of where the All-Star game is, regardless of if it's at an AL park or an NL park, there's always a DH, so you can have two extra players. So JD Martinez right now ended up finishing in first place for AL left fielders. Second place is the Orioles star forcer. Third place is our star forcer. So our star forcer might be in the game, maybe. And then center field, it's always Mike Trout. Right field, the A's Babe Ruth Jr. is first. Our Babe Ruth Jr. is second. And Otani's third. And then our Matthew is fourth. So maybe we might have Babe Ruth Jr. Our Babe Ruth Jr. maybe as a DH, or the A's Babe Ruth Jr. might be the DH, or the right fielder. I'm not exactly sure. And then I guess for the NL, Matt Scherzer. And then starting pitcher, Yasmani Grandal at catcher. Josh Bell at first base. The Cubs Lute at second base. I didn't realize the Cubs had another Lute. So we have the starting center baseman for the AL and the NL is Lute for both teams. Our Lute, the Twins Lute is the starting center baseman for the AL, and the Cubs Lute is the starting center baseman for the NL. Arenado at third, who's still in this game on the Rockies. Corey Seager's at short, still in the Dodgers. The Padres Dash C is the starting left fielder for the NL. Enciarte is in center, and Bellinger's in right. So that's interesting. So yeah. Now, yeah. And we are ranked first in baseball. We're first ranked, first in contact, second in power, fourth in pitching, first in defense, and first in speed. But we're still 12 days better than the Indians. So yeah. Oh yeah. Well, now my dog, one of them is literally right on top of me. You might have seen that she was up right at the bottom of the. She was at the ledge of the TV, or the entertainment system where this TV's on. You might have seen, like, part of her, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know what she's doing now, but, yeah, we have no one in the All-Star game or anything like that, so we're just gonna, the default's on a Chase Field? I just wanna, we're not actually not playing the All-Star, or we're not actually not playing, be quiet. I'm not gonna play that. I don't want to listen to them. So, in the home run derby, we're not playing it because we have no one in it. It's Bryce Harper, JD Martinez, the A's Babe Ruth Jr., Nolan Arenado, George Springer, Juan Soto, Jose Ramirez, and Avisar Garcia. So, yeah, I'm not playing that, but it looks like, here it is. Here we go. Now let's play it. No, see. He's gone now. So, yeah, so, it's Matt Scherzer versus Corey Kluber. Play full game. The NL is technically the home team for this. So the AL, because obviously the Twins are an AL team, and this is a Twins custom franchise, the Twins will be the red controller, and or excuse me, because the Twins are AL team and this is a Twins custom franchise. The AL will be the Gold Controller and the NL will be the Blue Controller. So yeah, let's get into it. The default is Chase Field. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's probably, like I said when I started this MLB Show 19 the series, in 2019 that MLB didn't decide where the 2021 MLB All-Star Game would be. So that's why the default is Chase Field, because like I said, when I started the series MLB Show 19, in 2019, I guess the MLB didn't decide where the 2021 MLB All-Star Game would be, so that's why it has a default as Chase Field. But I'm going to put it as Atlanta, the Braves Stadium is literally one over to the right. I'm going to put it at Truist Park, because that's where it was supposed to be in 2021, but obviously then they moved it to Colorado, or to Denver, where the Rockies play it, which is Torres Field. They moved it from Trusted Park in Atlanta to Torres Field in Denver. I'm going to put it at Truist Park, because that's where it was supposed to be in 2021. So yeah, I mean that's where it was in the All-Star Game, or the All-Star Game was at Truist Park, and that's where the All-Star Game was supposed to be, like I said, and that's where the All-Star Game was in my Henry Down Road to the Show series, which was like 3 videos I did on this channel. So I'm going to put it at Truist Park, home of the Braves, holds 41,149, opened in 2017. I have been there. It was in 2018 I went there. I was when it was still called SunTrust Park. I was there in 2018 for a game against the Blue Jays. The Braves did win the game, I believe. It was a blowout, I think. But yeah, like I said, it holds 41,149, opened in 2017. Let's get into it. Presidential Mail broadcast theme style, MLB Network. Quick counts will be on. Cloud cover will be Clear Skies because it's the All-Star name. As you can see right here, no, wrong controller. Right here, so he's number 4 on the list. I'm going to start Kluber because that's what it's supposed to be. Not no cheat or anything. Righty versus righty, 94 versus 92. Kluber's a 94, Scherzer's a 92. And starting lineup, both Lutes will be leading off. I'm not probably gonna mess with it. So looks like Ohtani's a DH, which I kind of assumed that. So I'm gonna look actually at the lineups quickly. This split's about to end anyway, but I want to see like who else is in it because I'll see our Lute's batting first. Both we have Lute at center base for the NL and the AL, and both Lutes are leading off. So that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, see you on the other side. So I'm back. You didn't miss anything. Sorry, it's about 13 minutes of the video and the game hasn't started yet, but it's the All-Star game. So like I said, both Lutes are leading off. We have 3 players in the All-Star game. It's Lute, our Lute, starting center baseman for the AL. We have Babe Ruth, like you already saw. He's down in the bullpen. And then we have also Babe Ruth Jr. He's on the bench right now because obviously he's not a starter. He'll come in at some point, most likely, but obviously there's a lot. In real life, usually everyone plays, usually. But there's so many bench players. Like if I want to look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I might have been counting too fast for the first of the move, but there's about 10 players on the bench or on the bench to like substitute. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is here, and obviously Anderson, Andrews. Obviously, Babe Ruth Jr. Star Forcer, but unfortunately, it's the Orioles Star Forcer. So, yeah, and obviously that's the A's, Mr. Tasty and the A's Babe Ruth Jr. right there, and I believe that's Titer's dad. I was looking at, but either way, Lute starting center baseman for both leads. Obviously, our Lute, the twin Lute, is the starting center baseman for the AL, and the Cubs Lute is the starting center baseman for the NL. And they're both leading off, both at 99 overall, because obviously they have the same stats. I mean, it's not the same person. Well, I mean stats like how he has like a 78 contact versus righties. If you go over to here, he has 77, but close enough. The stats are almost identical. They both have 21 home runs. The Cubs Lute has 63 RBIs and is batting 295, but our Lute has 51 RBIs, so less RBIs than the Cubs Lute, but is batting at 301, which is 6 points higher than the Cubs Lute. And our Lute has about 50 more at-bats, 399 to 352. Let's get into the game right now. Enough with the ranting or anything. So Kluber 14-2 with a 2.5 ERA. Scherzer 11-5 with a 2.31 ERA. So pretty good, pretty good. We are live and on the air for the 2021 MLB All-Star Game here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. It's the 2021 MLB All-Star Game here on MLB Network between the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Hi there, everybody. Vinny Jr. 242 main tape. Welcome to our special broadcast of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on MLB Network. As it's the it's the AL versus the NL here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. And here is the All-Star starters for the AL and the NL. As you can see, catcher, all the way to pitcher, all 9 positions, including the pitcher, and obviously the DH, which is Ohtani for the AL and Brandon Nimmo for the NL. It's Kluber and Scherzer for the starting pitchers. Kluber for the AL, Scherzer for the NL. It's the 2021 MLB All-Star Game on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. That is mine. That's Ramirez. Bigwood Jr. right there. I don't know which one though, because it's identical. Probably the thumbnail right there. Okay, let's get into it. Matt Scherzer, here's his stats here in the first half of the 2021 season. 18 starts, 11-5 record, a 2.31 ERA, 132 and 1/3 innings pitched, 102 hits, 1.06 whip, 38 walks, and 148 strikeouts. Not bad at all. Now let's get into the game. Here's Lute, the Cubs Lute. The Twins Lute, because I forgot that AL technically the road team because we're at National Park. So this is the Twins Lute. The shadows are basically on the entire playing field except for maybe like deep left field. So sorry about that, wrong controller. 4-seam fastball, slider, a changeup, a cutter, and a curveball for Scherzer as we're on your way here at Truist Park. At the line drive, that's fair, and Lute will lead off the game with at least a single. He is going to second. Throw to second by Bellinger is cut off by the second baseman, but he was going to be safe anyways, and Lute leads off the All-Star game with a double. And now it's Lindor. The shortstop after the double by Lute. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. That's another foul ball on the cutter at 87. That's a line drive coming in as a left field, and that ball is down. And Lute does not go to third base, though. He stopped halfway between second and third and went back to second base. So it's a single, but Lute does not advance. Now it's J.D. Martinez, 2 on, nobody out in the first inning. Here we go, 1-1 pitch. A ground ball base hit. Lute will, I think, score easily. He will. And now a throw home is way too late. And the runner at first is all the way to third. Lute will score from second. And the AL strikes first during the All-Star game. J.D. Martinez with the RBI single. And now it's Mike Trout with the runner at second went score, which was Lute. Runner at first, which was Lindor, went all the way to third. Now it's Mike Trout with runners in the corners and nobody out. Ground ball, it should be 2. Second 1, first, and that is a double play. 2 down, but the run does score as Lindor will score from third. But it's a 4-6-3 double play. Trout grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. The run does score, but Trout is not credited with an RBI. Now it's the Yankees' Vinny J. No runners on, 2 outs, top 1, 2-0 AL. Ground ball to the Cubs Lute. In and over. But the AL gets 2 runs on an RBI single by J.D. Martinez, and the second one came across on a Trout double play. NL coming to bat here in the 2021 MLB All-Star Game. The score is 2-0 AL. There's Torrey Kluber, 19 starts in 2021 so far, 14-2 record, which is really good. Just over a 2.5 ERA at 2.52. 146 and 2/3 innings pitched, 119 hits, 1.09 WHIP, 41 walks, and 112 strikeouts. There's the Cubs loot. Lead up for the NL on the bottom of the first, down 2. Ground ball, that is past the diamond loot for the AL, and the Cubs loot, or the NL's loot, that's a single to right field past the AL's loot, and now it's Inciarte, runner at first, nobody out here in the first. He's a threat to steal at first base, and there he goes. It's a hit and run right into the, and he's, oh, what a play by Lindor, double play. It was a hit and run. It was hit up right up the middle. Lindor was there because of the here's the starting lineup for the NL. Sorry you missed the AL starting lineup. It's Lute, Ender Inciarte, Cody Bellinger, Nolan Arenado, Brandon Nimmo, DH, Josh Bell, Corey Seager, Dash C, and Yasmani Grandal. But either way, that was a hit and run right at the middle. The ball was hit right up the middle on a hit and run. Was fielded by Lindor. He tagged Lute, and then he threw to first for a 6-3 double play. 2 on, or no runners on 2 outs for Bellinger. Ground ball right to Lindor in front of second. He tried to barehand it and missed it. And that's going to be a base hit. He tried to barehand it on the high chopper and it hit his hand, but he couldn't feel it. It tapped it in front of him though, and it is a single. Runner first 2 outs for Arenado. That's a line drive, it's a base hit. And going to third is the runner at first, and it's cut off, then thrown to third. As it was cut off by Lute and then thrown to third, and he's saved. Runs in the corners, 2 outs. Here's Nimmo. Nimmo, pop it up. Fly ball left field, under it is Martinez, and the inning is over. And the NL strands a pair of runners. And the one that scores 2-0 AL. There's Ohtani, the AL's DH. And they're starting to warm up Raciel Iglesias in the NL's pen. Obviously, the stars usually only do like 2 innings. And they're starting to warm up Alex Colome in the AL's bullpen. So there's a righty warming up in both bullpens here in the second inning. First, a 1-2 count to Ohtani with round 1 foul. Here we go. Almost the entire field is in the shadows. Now ground ball to Cedar, zips it over to Bell, 1 down here in the second. And here's the NL defense. Dash C, and then Inciarte, who won a Gold Glove last year, and Cody Bellinger in the outfield, Josh Bell, obviously the Cubs loot, Corey Seager and Nolan Arenado in the infield, and Yasmani Grandal, who also won a Gold Glove last year behind the plate, obviously Matt Scherzer on the mound, no runners on, 1 out, top 2, 2-0 AL. That's a line drive, hit on the nose, batted to left fielder, and he's got it! As Dash C runs it down in left field, 2 down. As that was hit on the nose. But it was running, and now here's the A's, Mr. Casey. And this is the A's, Babe Ruth Jr. And then top your line drive caught by Cedar and then over. 1-2-3 to the AL. Middle of 2 scores 2-0 AL. And now it's Bell. Here we go, 3-2 pitch. That's a ground ball up the middle. It's past the dive in Lindor. Up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff man on for the NL here in the second. And now it's Cedar. That's a ground ball. Foul. 1-2 pitch. That's a ground ball. This should be 2. Ramirez. Lute. Vinny J double play. 2 down. So it was Ramirez to the Twins loot, and then to the Yankees Vinny J. 2 double plays and 2 innings for the NL. 2 down for Dash C. 1-0 pitch. That's a fly ball. Ball is launched deep right center, going back in the center field. The ball is gone into the bullpen, and the NL is on the board. -C with a bomb into the bullpen in right center, and the NL is within one here in the second. As the NL's on the board, and they have cut the AL's lead at half at 1 at 2-1. As -C with a home run into the AL into the -C with a home run. It was just out of the reach of Trout in center. Just out of the reach of Trout in center. -C hits a bomb or hits a home run into the NL's bullpen in right center field. 2-1 AL. So, a home run for -C just out of the reach of Mike Trout in center into the NL's bullpen in right center field, and that's now 2-1 AL. 2 outs, no runners on, bottom 2. 2-1 AL. Ground ball, and it's out of the reach of Ramirez as it goes between Ramirez and Lindor. 2 out single now for Grandal. Now the top of the order is up here in the second. And now it's the Cubs loot, or the NL's loot. 1-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball between the first base and the first base. Bad, and going to third, going to second is Lute, and everybody's safe. Double for Lute as that one between the first baseman and as that one by the Diamond Vinny J. That one by the Diamond Vinny J as it went between the Diamond Vinny J and the bad. And now it's runners at second and third, 2 outs for Enciarte with a chance to tie the game or give the NL the lead. Ground ball, Ramirez will backhand it. Will zip it over to first and over. And the NL does get a run on the -C home run, but they leave 2 runners in scoring position. And the score is now 2-1 AL. Now it's the A's, Bader Jr. on the top of the order, 2-1 NL, or excuse me, 2-1 AL, top 3. And now Brendan Rossiel Iglesias. So right now both starters are they're 2 innings, and the 5 innings to qualify for a win is waived in the All-Star game. So you have to in a real life or a regular season game, you have to pitch 5 innings qualify for a win. In the All-Star game, that's not the case. So right now, right now it's the Twins loot, by the way. So right now, Kluber's in line for the win and Scherzer's in line for the loss if the NL never ties the game again. Or if the AL leads for the rest of the game. Here's Lute. Ground ball hit on the nose. Perfect. In the right field. Base hit for Lute. And he's, 2 for 2 with a double and a single. There's Lindor. Foul ball. 1-2 pitch. I kind of hung the change up, but it's fouled. The battle between Iglesias and Lindor. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Iglesias gets Lindor on strikes. 2 down. And now it's Martinez who had an RBI single last time. First 2 outs, top 3. AL leads by 1. That's a swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Ground ball, right in the ground, fielded by Bell. He will take it to bat himself in and over. As that AL gets a hit, but they leave that runner at first base. Middle of 3, the score is 2-1 AL. And now it's Cody Bellinger, and you're probably going to see Kluber come out, and here comes Alex Colomé. There's a 4.34 ERA, but it's still in the All-Star game. Here we go. Shift is on. Here's Colomé versus Bellinger. Bellinger will line one, but right to the center field because of the shift on, and Trout's got this one. There's 1 down here in the third. And now it's Nolan Arenado. Shifted on to the other side now. And this one will hit against the shift. It's fielded by Bader Jr. in right center. Base hit for Arenado. Here we go. Here's Nimmo, the DH. Nimmo will line one. Deep left center. Retreating as Trout. Can he get there? Yes, he can. What a play by Trout. As he makes the catch on the edge of the track. Maybe if he didn't catch that, it might have been a run. Maybe. But it would have been extra bases and maybe a game tying double. Or at least a double. Here's Bell. 3-1 hitters count. And that is on the hit the bomb of zone. Now it's full count. Runner at first will be in motion. 2 outs. Top of the third, or bottom of the third. That's a pop-up! Foul territory! Ramirez is bat, and he's done it, in and over. And the 3 is score still, the AL2 and the NL1. And here's Trout. And there's on the warm-up, Josh Hader in NL's bullpen. No mention the AL's bullpen. And all the starters, at least for position-wise, all the position players are still in, all the starters. And that's a base hit. And Strauss had a double play earlier that led to their second run, the AL second run, but unfortunately because it was a double play, he didn't get credit for an RBI. But it's single here. Wish he could have done that last time. It's a 3-2 count. That's low, ball 4 as number 13, whoever the heck that is. Who is that? As the Yankees, Vinny J. Watts. Now it's 2 on, nobody out for Ohtani. And you might see Hader come in a second. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Here we go, 1-2 pitch to Ohtani, the DH for the AL. That's a ground ball, foul. It was hit hard, hit the screen in front of the AL's bullpen, which is the third base dugout here at Trusted Park. Here we go, popped up, or fly ball left field. Under it is Dash C, and he's got it, and the runners go back to first and second base, 1 down. Now it's Ramirez, who lined down the second. That's a ground ball, should be 2 on Arenado, Lute, Bill, double play, and the NL's out of it, and the inning's over. Middle of 4, the score is 2-1 AL. We're back here at Trusted Park, or Truist Park rather. Here we are, Cedar. Cedar will line one, don't bat is the left fielder Martinez, and he's got it, 1 down. And now it's Dash C, who homered last time. I believe he was on the Giants, or this Dash C is. Here a ground ball to the Twins' Lute. Throw to the Yankees' Vinny J, 2 down. Now Grandal, top of the order, follow up, the inning continues. 3-1 hitters count, shift is on. And he hits the green light, grounds one, fielded by Lindor, Jeter jump throw, and he got the 10-speeder Grandal and over. We head to the 5th here in the All-Star game. The score is still 2-1 AL. And now it's the A's, Mr. Casey, top of the order, follow, and they're on bringing Josh Hader, so they're bringing a lefty to face the lefty. 1-1 pitch to the A's, Mr. Casey. Line drive, base hit, is it up by Arenado. And now it's the number 9 batter, the A's, Babe Ruth Jr., then the top of the order. So single for Mr. Casey, the A's, Mr. Casey. And now it's lefty versus lefty again. That's a ground ball, or line drive, perfect, past Arenado again, basically in the same spot as the first one. 2 on, nobody out for the AL here in the 5th inning, trying to extend their lead here in the All-Star game. Wait, Lute's 2 for 2 in this game. And they're gonna bring in Whit Merrifield to pinch hit for the Twins' Lute. Here we go. 2 on, nobody out in the 5th inning. Full count. Popped up. And it should be an infield fly roll. And it was never called, because I think because it was caught in foul territory, but it is caught by Grandal in foul territory. Merrifield pinch hits for Lute and pops it up. Now 2 on, nobody, or 2 on, 1 out for Lindor. Will stay in this game for now. Popped up. Same pop-up, just the first baseman will call for this one. This will be an infield fly roll. Batter's out, catches the ball. Bell does, but he's already out, even if he drops it. Now Martinez, 2 on, 2 out. After 2 pop-ups. Ground ball, fielded by the Cubs' Lute, and the inning is over, and the AL had 2 on, nobody out, but do not score. Halfway home in the All-Star game, the score is 2-1 AL. But Merrifield remained in the game for second base. And here comes the Cubs' Lute, who has the exact same line as the Twins' Lute. Both of them went 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And they're starting to warm up. They're starting to warm up Daniel Denlin, a starter, I believe, in the AL's bullpen. And the NL still has, they have no one warming up. But they're down on Brennan, Josh Van Meter, the pinch hit for Luke. Here we go. 2-1 pitch. That's a ground ball to the only down the left side of the infield. Throw by Ramirez. Is in time, 1 down. Good play by Martinez, or by Ramirez, because he was the only guy standing on the left side of the infield. Here we have 3-2 pitch to Inciarte. Ground ball to Lindor. Throw to first, and there's 2 down. Now it's Bellinger, Sindel into first, and they're done to Brennan, that new pitcher. So Brennan, the new pitcher, to base. Bellinger, no runners on 2 outs, top or bottom 5. No runners on 2 outs, bottom 5. 2-1 AL. That's foul ball. That's a fly ball as he hung that pitch. That ball is obliterated. That ball is gone. The dead center field into the batter's eye. And this game is tied. Bellinger with a bomba. As the pitcher hung the changeup, and Bellinger obliterated it as he hit it into the batter's eye in straightaway center field. As Bellinger with a solo shot, the straightaway center field into the batter's eye, into that fountain in straightaway center field here in Atlanta, and the game's tied at 2. As my goodness, that ball was obliterated as he hung the changeup, perfect, and the game's tied at 2. Probably went like 420 feet. That's a ground ball, center baseman. Merrifield in and over, but the game was tied into a solo home run by Cody Bellinger. Not Nolan Arenado, although it said Nolan Arenado, but the game was tied into a solo home run by Cody Bellinger. 2-2 after 5 here in the All-Star game. Van Meter remaining in the game to play center base. And here's Trout, and they're starting to warm up Edwin Diaz in the NL's bullpen. He's a righty. And they're starting to warm up Shane Green in the AL's bullpen. And also starting to warm up Babe Ruth as the starters. They have a lefty and a righty warming up in the AL's bullpen, and then they also have Walker Buehler. So they have 2 righties warming up in the NL's bullpen, and a righty and a lefty warming up in the AL's bullpen. And they're done to Brennan. George Springer to pinch hit for Mike Trout. Top 6, 2-2 Dane Soden, Hader, or ground ball, Springer charging his bell, will flip it underhand to Hader, and he did him. 3-1 ground out for Springer, 1 down. Now it's Vinny J still in this game, 1-1 pitch. That's a ground ball, fair, and it was over. The first base bounded all the way to the wall by a 325 sign, as that ball is a double for the Yankees. Vinny J, as that ball went right over first base. Yeah, went right over the first base bat, which is a fair ball, and now it's Ohtani. Ohtani will line with left center field. That will get down. The runner at center will score. That ball goes all the way to the wall. It's an RBI double for Ohtani, and the AL has the lead back. 3-2 AL here in the 6th. As they had a 2-0 lead, then the game was tied at 2, but then Ohtani gives the AL the lead right back. As Bellinger tied it in the bottom of the 5th, and then the AL takes the lead right back at 3-2 in the top of the 6th. And here comes Edwin Diaz. Runner at center base is responsible of Hader, and Ramirez is a switcher, so he's now batting lefty. He's facing a righty. That's a ground ball, runner on advance, throw to first by Corey Seager is in time. 2 down, the runner at center will stay where he is. And now it's the A's Mr. Casey. And they're bringing the Titans down to replace the A's Mr. Casey. Here we go, down in a bid spot, the Titans down. Runner at center, 2 outs, top 6. That's a ground ball, Bell in and over. The AL does take the lead back into an RBI double by Shohei Ohtani, but they do leave a runner at center base. Middle assist the score is now at 3-2 AL. Staying in the game is George Springer, as he'll play center, and then Dow will come in and remain in the game at catcher. And they're done bringing the Orioles star Forster to replace J.D. Martinez defensively in left field. So he's in the game now, and he'll take the spot of J.D. Martinez in the lineup. Bottom sits now 3-2 AL. That's a ground ball to Lindor, still in the game. Throw to Vinny J is also still in the game. And it's in time, one down. Now it's Josh Bell. Here comes Rhys Hoskins. Here we go. That's a ground ball to Vinny J, the only guy on the right side of the infield. Throw to the pitcher, cover, and down him, 2 down. Now it's Corey Seager. Third at bat, he's still in the game. No runners on 2 outs. Bottom sits 3-2 AL. That's a ground ball, that's on a base hit. And the time runs on base with 2 outs here in the 6th. 2-2 pitch now. That's a ground ball, base hit. As they go to the right center field, fielded by Sprinter. And the runner will go to third. Throw there is off the line. Runs in the corners, 2 outs here in the 6th. And the time runs 90 feet away with 2 outs. And Buster Posey would pinch hit for Grandal. And they're now Brennan Babe Ruth, who's a starter for the Minnesota Twins. And he's coming in here in the 6th inning. Runs and makes unresponsive of the previous pitcher. It's a 3-1 hitters count, too. 3-1 hitters count, and that is in there. Hit the inside corner. And the runner at first will be in motion here on the full count with 2 outs. Here we go, 3-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball right to the center baseman. Will throw to... it's a ground ball to Merrifield. Will throw to Lindor at center for the 4th, and the inning's over. Good job by Babe Ruth to come in and shut the door. We head to the 7th here in the All-Star game. The score is 3-2 AL. Rhys Hoskins will remain in the game and play first base. And obviously Posey coming behind the plate. And obviously here's the A's Babe Jr. is still in the game in the 7th. Foul ball. Diaz is still in the game for the NL. 3-2 AL in the 7th. Ground ball right to Arenado, still in the game as well. Throw to first, and there is 1 down. And now it's Whit Merrifield. That's a ground ball. It's fair over the bat, fielded by Hoskins. 2 down. Now it's Lindor. And Tim Anderson would pinch it for Lindor. No runners on 2 outs. Top 7, 3-2 AL. Sloden's Diaz popped up by the dugout. Ballboy gets out of the way. Down over is Posey by the seat where the ballboy sits on. And Posey makes the catch and the inning's over. Right by where the ballboy seat was, or right by the ballboy seat. He didn't move, the ballboy did, but the seat was still there to play that made the catch. 7-minute stretch time here at the ballpark. 3-2 AL. Anderson will man the game, play shortstop. And here's Van Meter, 0 for 1 here in the game. He's off Satana as a defensive replacement. Like the 5th inning or whatever, or 4th inning. Soden's Babe Ruth. Shift is on. That's a ground ball. Fielded by Ramirez from the outfield grass. And he is safe. 69 speed. Ramirez might have hit a little too long. It's a base hit. And the time runs on base. And they're going to bring in Juan Soto to play center field. He didn't play center field, pinch hit for Inciarte. He's still a lefty, so it's still a lefty versus lefty. But Soto's in, and one of the best players here in baseball. And ground ball, it could be 2. And Soto comes in as he pinch hits for Inciarte, and he grounds into a double play. So that's definitely not what he wanted or his team wanted. And now it's Bellinger who homered and singled. And they're going to bring in Conforto to pinch hit for Bellinger, another lefty, because Bellinger's also a lefty. He's tying run, 2 out, or no runs on 2 outs, bottom 7, here's to Forte. Popped up, or fly ball, shallow center field, charging a sprinter, and he's got it in and over. We ended the 8th, the score is still 3-2 AL. For the remainder of the game, play right field. Oto's down center, and now it's Star Forcer. This is his first at bat as he came to the defensive replacement like 2 innings ago. That's a line drive, that will be foul down the left field line. And I'll start up Steve said in the bullpen. Davis is ready and waiting. Buehler's also still warming up in the NL's bullpen. Diaz is still in the game. Ground ball, flying down by Cedar. But with 94 speed, he's safe by 5 feet. Base hit, tying on or runner at first, nobody out for George Springer. And then on Brennan Walker Buehler now. Here we go. Runner first, nobody out. Ground ball, base hit. With 94 speed, he'll stay at second. The runner at first will stay at second. 2 on, nobody out for the AL here in the 8th. Trying to get some insurance. And now Brennan Voigt to pinch it for Vinny J. So another Yankee will come in for a Yankee. 2 on, nobody out. 1-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. 1-2 pitch, line drive, foul on the slider. But he did not keep it fair. Voigt couldn't. Popped up. Shallow right center field. Going back as a right fielder. And he's got it. 1 down. Now it's Ohtani who Dave's in the lead in the 6th. And coming in will be the Twins. Right? It's the Twins. Yeah. Coming in will be the Twins. Beaver Jr. will take over the role of DH. One-two pitch. That's a ground ball. This should be 2. He's going to tag the runner doing the third. No, he missed him. Arenado did not tag the runner doing the third. Does throw to first to hit the batter, but he did not tag the runner doing the third. Now there's runners sitting at third, 2 outs. And then intentionally want Ramirez to load the bases. So, 35,871 here in the All-Star game. Pretty good. That's probably what, 85% capacity. It's not a sellout though. Now it's the Titers' dad. Base loaded, 2 outs. That's a pop-up foul. 1-2. 96. Base loaded, 2 outs. Top 8. AL leads by 1. That's another foul ball. The battle between Buehler and the Titers' dad. This could be the game right now. That's a ground ball. What a play by Hostins. To feel it, love it, and step on the bat himself in and over. But if that got by him, 2 runs were going to score, maybe 3. Middle of 8, the score is still 3-2 AL. Second game will be Voigt at first base. Now it's Arenado, who's been playing the entire game. Babe Ruth is still in the game, but right now they're on Brennan Shane Green. And then a Brennan Chris Bryant, who is a 97, Arenado's a 99, but Bryant still has the ability to get on base and maybe send one over the wall. That's a ground ball right into the shift. Throw to first on Merrifield, kind of low, and it barely beat Bryant. 1 down. And now it's Nimmo. And it looks like Albies will pinch it for Nimmo and take over as DH. 2-2 pitch. Line drive, deep center, going bad. It's Sprinter, can he get there? And he cannot, it went up the wall. And Albies might be going to third. He is, and he's in there with a 1-out triple. As he comes as a pinch hitter for Nimmo, Albies did, and he triples as it was over the reach of Sprinter, runner at third, 1 out. Infield's in, time run 90 feet away. Now it's a 3-1 hitters count to Rhys Hoskins. That's a foul ball. Might have been ball 4. Now it's a full count. Runner at third, 1 out, infield in. Time run 90 feet away. Line drive will get down. It will not. No, it will. It's a done by Sprinter as he takes a tumble after the fact. And now we might have another triple. Going to third is Hoskins. And he is safe. Back-to-back triples. Albies will score and the game's tied. Unbelievable turn of events. As Albies tripled, now Hoskins tripled. And the game is tied as they got by Sprinter and he tumbled, backing up with the right fielder. The 35 speed Hoskins triple, and now the infield's in again. Now the go-ahead runs 90 feet away, and now Brennan's a new pitcher here. Runner at third, 1 out. Go-ahead run 90 feet away now, with 1 out for Cedar. Another foul ball, 2-2. Here we go, 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, middle base hit! And Hoskins will come in to score. It's an RBI single for Cedar, and the NL incredible turn of events. RBI single for Cedar, 4-3 NL. As it was 3-2 AL, and then obviously a triple by Albies, and then a triple by Hoskins, and a single, RBI single by, or was a triple by Albies, an RBI triple by Hoskins, an RBI single by Cedar, 4-3 NL as they have their first lead of the game. And now it is line drive now tail foul. But what a turn of events here in the All-Star game. There's something about Blake Trina, who's technically the NL's closer. It's obviously now it's a safe situation. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball should be 2. Second 1. It's on a low throw, dug out by the shortstop. Anderson, it's a fielder's choice, so ahead of a play though. Runner first 2 outs now for Posey. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball has to be fouled, 2 down or 2 strikes. The little jam shot right to Merrifield, and the inning is over to pitch by Voigt. But the NL did 2 runs on an RBI triple by Hoskins and then an RBI single by Cedar. We headed the ninth with a score now. The NL 4 and the AL 3 as the AL are now 1 and have 3 more outs to work with. I don't know. So yeah, 9th inning. Who is this? Our Babe Ruth Jr.? No, it's their Babe Ruth Jr. Or the A's Babe Ruth Jr. And we're bringing Blake Trina, the NL's closer, to try to shut the door and give the NL the win. Corner fielders are protecting the lines. Here we go. That's a ground ball past the shortstop. Perfect for the A's Babe Ruth Jr. And the the time runs at first pitch and nobody out. Now you might see a sacrifice. It's Whit Merrifield. You gotta make sure it's not caught or a double play. And he is bunting. And it was hit a little hit hard. It was hit to the center baseman. Fan meter. No chance at second. Runner will advance. Scores decision to sacrifice 4-3. And the time runs out center base with 1 out for Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson now. Time run at center base, 1 out. That's a ground ball up the middle, flat down by Van Meter. Throw off balance, got him. And the runner will go to third, 2 outs. Now the time runs 90 feet away in the 9th inning with 2 outs, and it's up to Star Forcer, the Orioles Star Forcer. As the time runs 90 feet away in the 9th. If he can get him out, the NL wins. If he can't, the game will be tied. Everyone on their feet, time run 90 feet away, top 9, 4-3 NL. AL's down on their final out. That's a foul ball, and now they're on, the AL's down on their final strike. But a hit to the outfield or hit in general might tie the game, or it will. 2-2 pitch, that's another foul ball. He barely got a piece of it. Center at 94 miles per hour. Here we go, 1-2 pitch again. That's a ground ball, base hit! Star Forcer clutches up, and the game is tied! As the AL was down their final out and strike, Star Forcer with a Dame tying, 2 out, 2 strike RBI single, and the Dames tied at 4. My goodness. There's a blown save by Trinan, runner at first, 2 outs, 2-2 count, a sprinter. Ground ball, line drive caught by Hoskins, in and over. But the Dame is tied, but the NL can win it with a run. 4-4 after 8.5. 1-2-3 do it for the NL. Bottom 9 now. Still in is the sum up is Brad Hand, who's the AL's closer. And they're done a Brennan. They don't have any. No, Travis. No, they're not. No, do that. Never mind. Here we go. Fly ball, center field, deep center field. Sprinter's retreated to the wall, and it's caught at the wall as that ball kept carrying, and it was caught right in front of the wall in dead center field, 1 down. That probably was no more than 5 feet from winning the game. And now it's Soto. Remember, 1 run to win it. That's foul ball. Foul ball again. Line drive, base hit, and Soto gets on as he's representing the winning run. Winning run at first base, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Here we go. Runner at first, 1 out, winning run at first base. A little fly ball on the line, and he will make the catch just to the right of the left field foul line. 2 down here in the 9th. And now it's Bryant. Bryant with a foul ball. Why am I seeing this? Why is the pitcher... What is this? Why is the pitcher still there? Don't tell me this game froze, because you have Brad Hand halfway between the pitching mound and the home plate. You still have the previous dot of the previous pitch was a foul ball. The winner at second base with 2 out. Why is that second base? How's he at second? I thought he was at first. This better not freeze. This is definitely frozen. And I can't, like, quick manage or, like, sim or anything. I literally cannot do anything. The game is frozen. Well, it's not frozen. You just have Brad Hand sitting between the halfway between the mound and home plate. You have Bryant ready to swing. I don't know how the runner got to second base. How did he get to second base? He never got the... Well, I can't quick manage because the only thing I can select is stats, team selection, or options, but options doesn't do anything. And I can't exit. And I can't quick manage or anything. Like, the game is literally frozen. Oh, now, I'll try to figure something out. Maybe I'll look something up. I'll get you back in a minute. If this freezes, literally, that would be so sad. But I can't do anything. But I'll see if I can figure something out. But I'll get back to you eventually. See you then. Sorry I wasn't zoomed in before I started filming. But I just looked up what I had to do. Well, you have... It's not actually Brad Hand, the pitcher. But the pitcher is literally halfway between home plate and the mound. Just... twiddling his toes. You have Bryant ready to hit. You still have the dot of the previous pitch, which was a 14 fastball at 90 miles per hour. I don't know how the runner got to second base. Because he was at first base. I don't know how he got to second, but I can't do anything. And when you do this, replays locked out, management's locked out, quick manage, I can't do that. The only thing I have to do is stats, team selection, or options. I can't even exit. So the only way to get out of this is probably I have to close the application, and I would lose this game. and it's 4-4 right now. And obviously, when I go back in the save, the All-Star Game won't be played, and everything that happened won't happen. So now this is the most unfortunate way to end an episode. I won't like replay it or anything. It just I don't know. It's 4-4 with a winner run at. I thought it was at first base, but he's apparently at second base. But unfortunately, yeah, I have to close the opposition. I'll come back to you when I have to do that and see what happens. I don't know. I'm sad. Sorry about that, guys. It's not my fault. It's this Dave's fault. Sorry. So what's up, guys? This is the screen now at the end. I could not do anything. I mean, like I said, I couldn't even exit. I couldn't do any replays, management. I couldn't quick manage. I couldn't even sim like past that, like where I would like maybe sim the next batter or something, which that ended up could have been in the win. Fortunately, obviously didn't save it, so we're back to what it was before the All-Star Game. Not gonna replay it. I'm just gonna sim it. Obviously, it's unfortunate, but it's like I'm not gonna film it right now because one, this camera's used half of its battery just filming. And you would think, yeah, just film another video, just do the episode over again, but I don't want to, because also, it might draw some content. It's unfortunate, but I'm going to sim it on camera for you guys. I'm going to mute the thing, because it's not, you might talk about it, but we're going to sim till right here. See what happens. The AL defeated the NL. Let's say 9-1. So yeah. So let's say the AL won 9-1. Obviously, in our game that I just played, it was 4-1, or not 4-1, but it was 4-4 on the bottom of the ninth. And unfortunately, yeah. And I have to play another game or else I have to hop in that another game. I have to hop into a game to make sure this saves at the AL winning 9-1, but I'm not complaining. The AL, like, 100%. Like, I can't let it the boss.
Do we have to go out?
I'll put it, yeah, probably do.
I'll do it.
But I can't even look at the box score. It was 9-1. The line throws are unavailable. Kluber got the win. Scherzer got the loss. 9-1. NL only was held to 3 hits. This has been a devastating episode, guys, because you have it from a great game, like one of the best All-Star games ever, maybe, to it freezing in the bottom of the ninth with the winner run at second base, but I thought it was at first base. But either way, winner run on base, 2 outs, bottom 9, Chris Bryant at the plate, 4-4, and the game freezes after it hits a foul ball, with the pitcher just twiddling his thumbs or his feet or toes or whatever, halfway between the mound and the pitch, halfway between the mound and the home plate. And then obviously, they didn't save that. I just simmed it right now. They won 9-1. I have to play another game, or I have to hop into a game to make, or like, the first game of the second half for the Twins. I made sure that 9-1 with the AL winning, actually saved and all that stuff. So obviously, no. As of 2017, the All-Star Game, obviously, it used to be 2016 before whoever won it. So it was the AL. Then whatever AL team gets to the World Series that year would have home field advantage, and the other way around if the NL won. But that's not the case anymore. So even though the AL won 9-1, it's about who has a better record now in the World Series. It's not about who won the All-Star Game. So yes, the AL did win the All-Star Game, but say the NL team in the World Series has a better record than but say the NL team in the World Series has a better record than the AL. The NL team would have home field advantage. It's about records now, not about whoever wins the All-Star Game. Devastating episode. This channel's about to die, so I gotta end this quick. This video is probably super long, but it's unfortunate. It was a good game, but don't blame me. I mean, don't blame me at all. It's completely the game's fault for freezing, and obviously can't do anything about it. It's life. But our butts ended 4-4. I wish someone had the lead at the time when it froze, so I said, oh, they won, really, in our brains. But it was 4-4 when it froze, and obviously then I simmed it just now, and the AL won 9-1. But either way, it's about based upon record of who gets home field advantage in the World Series. It's no longer about who wins the All-Star Game. It's no longer about who wins the All-Star Game. It used to be, but now it's about record in the World Series to determine who gets home field advantage in the Fall Classic. As Next episode of this series, not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game, assuming there's no like freezes again, it will be this fourth and final game against it'll be the fourth and final game of this 4-game series against the Indians in Cleveland. That'll be the next episode of the series, and yeah, which that game will be on August 22nd, 2021. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah, go Padres later because the Padres play the Niners tonight. Assuming this video is going up on Saturday, January 22nd. Should be though. Yeah, devastating way, especially with the freezing, but you can't do anything about it. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Okay, guys, have a board. If it's up to the like button, subscribe if you have answered your mom, dad, during your answer those Spencer Friends best videos. And I'm gonna see episode number 28 of this Minnesota Twins custom franchise series. See episode number 28, and get on a bacon and go Twins.